This is exciting, this is boring, this is sexy, seductive, this is classic formal, this is done before, this is modern, it's similar to this one, it's similar to that one. I've already heard it all before, but I can tell you one thing, this little motherfucker is going to turn some heads. Hi, my name is Tim and welcome to another edition of Smelly Sweet. Today we are talking about Encelade, the new release from Marc-Antoine Barrois. Notes listed in this one is rhubarb, there's cedarwood, there's tonka bean, sandalwood and vetiver. I believe, in my opinion, there is more. There's maybe also some hint of some smoky leatheriness. There's also maybe some spices in here. But either way, all those things that I said in the intro, I've already heard it before. And it's pretty new release still. I mean, the first time I tried it, all human brains work like this. When we try something new, we start to search in a library. Where do I recognize this from? Where have I smelled this one before? What can I connect it to? What can I relate it to? So the first time I tried it, there's a greenness in here that got me thinking about Callan from Parfum de Marly. And I know my wife isn't the biggest fan of Callan from Parfum de Marly, so I asked her, can you please try this one and say what you think? She liked it, which I was surprised because I made the connection with Callan. And then she said, well, I think of something in between Angel Share from Kilian and Plume Impressions Rivalité Imperiale. So those fragrances are very, very different. And then I've seen others say it's similar to Irish Leather from Memo. I've seen someone say even Ombre Leather from Tom Ford. I've seen a couple of Nasamotos, people connected to Duro, Nudiflorum. So all very, very different fragrances. And that just should tell you how unique this one really is. So let's talk about the longevity and the projection, sillage. Longevity, at least 8 hours. A long lasting, we can easily say. I get longer use out of it than 8 hours. I'm touching the 10-hour mark. Projection, pretty big projection and a big sillage. So it has the power. Let's take a quick look at the sprayer. You can see it's pressurized. and it smells divine. I get almost weak in my knees when I smell this one. So it really is something special, and it really is, even though we can find all those connections to all those different fragrances, I think it's pretty unique and modern. Let's take a quick look at the bottle if you would like. This isn't a sticker, or maybe this is a sticker, but it feels like it's in the inside of the glass. There you have the cap with the brand's label, and on the bottom you find your batch codes and stuff like that. Boring stuff, I think. This is 100 ml, comes for around 175 euros, I believe it is, and it is worth every single penny. So the other day I brought this with me to a man that is very, very deep into fragrances, but he hadn't tried this one, he didn't know what it was, and I asked, what do you would suggest the price on this one? And he said around 300 euros easily. So this one is worth the money, can say that. Now, how does this behave? How does it smell? How is the scent? Well, you get a little bit of a tartiness from that rhubarb in the top. It's not that it's overly sweet, but it also has a kind of a little of sweetness therein with that. And then the green notes come. I'm not sure if that is the vetiver coming forward already there. And then you have a kind of a gourmandish vibe behind there, and then it's kind of like a fusion of all the worlds meeting together and creating its own scent. So after a while, don't be afraid of this, because there comes a smoky leather in here, but it is more in the background, so it's not forward. It's not the most prominent note here. The most prominent notes are that the sandalwood. Oh my god, the sandalwood. I haven't talked about that one yet. But the sandalwood and the tonka bean, that creates a creamy sweetness to it. The vetiver, I guess the most prominent notes are the ones that you find listed on Fragrantica. As you can see, I find this review very, very difficult to do, because I'm so in love with this fragrance, And if you've been around to this channel before, you saw my Ganymede. I was done buying fragrances. I said I found my holy grail in Ganymede, which is from the same brand. But when I got a hold of a sample of this one, within an hour I decided that I want a full bottle of this juice. And you're gonna hear all those things, but I think it's most important that you really try and get your own opinion, because it isn't going to be for everybody. It has the power that not everybody likes. It has a smoky leatheriness behind it. People just might hook up. That is what they pick up on most. Some people don't like the greenness. So there's a lot of things in here that people might focus on. But if you could say the wearing of this fragrance, that is like I can only refer to something that I can relate to, kind of. And so you need to be a kind of sports interested to get this. Football, soccer, imagine World Cup final, 90th minute, 1-1 on the scoreboard, and everybody is pointing at you. You are the one who's gonna step up and take the penalty. So wearing this can be one of two things. You can either fall under the pressure from the power of this fragrance, the crowd shouting your name, you know you carry the country on your shoulders. If you miss this one, that is what you're going to be remembered for. But you can also feel the excitement, the thrill of going up in this moment, knowing that you have the chance to become the hero of your country, to nail that goal, to score that goal. You already have seen it in your head. You're going to send the keeper that way and you're going to place the ball up there. So if you feel that, if you get that excitement, then you are carrying the fragrance. If you fall under the pressure, the fragrance is carrying you. That is something I can relate to, and I guess if I translate that to a non-sports interested person, you could say it is a painful pleasure to wear it, if that makes any sense. So you can either feel the pressure of it, you can feel that the scent is overpowering, you can be doubting in yourself. In that case, the fragrance will carry you. But if you feel you smell good, you know that you're gonna turn some heads, then you are carrying the fragrance. That is Encelade from Encelade, I don't know, Encelade from Marc-Antoine Barrois. Really need to check it out. And that was all for today. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay safe and be well. Bye.